So today I'm going to talk about some problems about contour diagrams. And here you have problem 17 from 12.3 contour diagrams and asking for you to match tables with contour diagrams. It's easier to think about it if you really have a drawn diagram and told you to match with a contour diagram, but once you have tables, you have to analyze it more carefully. First, let's look at table 1. In table 1, there are something interesting over here. You see that when x equals 0, y equals 0, this is for table 1. You have z equals 0. As both as x get bigger and y gets bigger, z gets bigger too. And this was also when x and y are getting smaller. So therefore, it's going to be a concentric circle, because every time you have a circle, and every circle label should be bigger than the next one, because as x and y gets bigger, the absolute value of x and y gets bigger, then z gets bigger too. And the only one that's going to work here is this. So table 1 will be graph 2. Now look at the second table. The second table, table 2, is the exact opposite of table 1, which in this case, as absolute of x gets bigger and absolute of y gets bigger, z actually gets smaller. So therefore, table 2 will be graph 3. Now look at table 3. Table 3 has something really interesting. Notice that since you have horizontally, no matter what x value, what y value you have, your z value stays constant. In other words, z is independent from y. So how is that going to look like? Well, if z is dependent from y, it only depends on x. So you have a graph that's, no matter you have a horizontal line, you have a line where it looks like this. Because in this case, no matter where you are on the y value stays the same. So therefore graph 3 will be, table 3, will be graph 4, since it's mostly independent of y. Now through process of elimination, you know that table 4 will be graph 1. But let's see why. Table 4, on the contrary, z is independent. It's not from y, but it's from x. So instead of having vertical lines, you have a horizontal line that goes like this. Because in this case, doesn't matter what's your x value, your y value and your z value will be the same. So therefore, the only one that has horizontal lines all the way through will be graph 1. Thank you for watching.